Hi, this is Adam here. One of the most important things that you can do as a runner, as an athlete, is to make sure that you keep your muscles and your connective tissues nice and healthy. And it's going to require a little bit of work on your part in between your training sessions, but just a little bit of work. And I'm just talking about a few minutes every day that you can dedicate to using some of the tools that I'm going to show you here to keep your muscles healthy. So one of the most important tools, I think, is a foam roller. This foam roller here is the Trigger Point Grid foam roller, and this is one of the best foam rollers out there on the market, I believe. It's nice and firm and durable, and I'll show you how to use this here in a second. The second tool that I always keep handy is the Tiger Tail rolling stick, and I'll show you how to use that here in a second as well. And then, quite simple, your basic lacrosse ball. Nice and firm, it's a lot firmer than a tennis ball, and this can come in real handy. And then finally, the golf ball. A little bit smaller, but nice and firm, and this works really well for the feet. So let's go ahead and demonstrate some of the ways that you can use these tools. So let me give you a quick demonstration of how to use some of these tools. I'll just show you a short little routine that I use, and you can do this in the morning, evening, before and after workout. I like to do this short little routine just to kind of do a once over of my body, just to check in with all my muscles and make sure that they're staying loose and healthy. So we'll start off with the foam roller. And I like to start off with the upper back, so that thoracic region. Come back here. Just kind of work out that upper back region. And you do a few passes there. And then I'll slide down and do my lower back. And I'm just targeting some of those muscles on both sides of the spine there. And you want to do a few passes on each side of those, just to kind of get those loosened up. And then I'll come up, I'll use my foam roller as a little stool here, then I'll get out the rolling stick and I'll work out my hamstrings. So do several passes of the hamstring, get that loosened up, and then I'll come over to the side of the leg here, to the IT band area, and roll out that IT band, and then finally come up to the top to roll out the quadricep muscles here. Obviously do that with both legs, and then I come down here, hit my calves, and get those loosened up. And you want to make sure, you also want to look for any really knotty areas or trigger points. And if you do find those trigger points, obviously those are what you're trying to prevent and you want to eliminate. But if you do find a particular spot that's really sort of knotty, go ahead and get your thumb in there, do a little bit of cross-friction massage to work that out. After I do the calves, then I come up to the front of my leg. The tibialis anterior muscles, we want to hit those as well. Make sure we work through that. And if you do find some of those trigger point spots, the lacrosse ball works really well for targeting some of those areas. Lacrosse ball also works really well for hitting the hip muscles. So you can kind of sit on this and move around, get the hips, the sides of your hips, and get that piriformis in the back of your butt. You kind of hit all sorts of areas with this lacrosse ball. The lacrosse ball is a little bit more fine-grained, obviously, than the foam roller. This also works really well for targeting trouble spots along your spine or in that lower back area. You can lie on the lacrosse ball and work out those muscles. So let me give you a quick demonstration of how to use the foam roller to roll out your IT band. We're going to target my right IT band, so what I'm going to do is lie on that side. I'm going to bring my left leg over, and this way I could take some of the pressure, some of the body weight with my left leg, so I can kind of modulate how much pressure I'm putting on that right IT band. So we're just going to roll up and down that outer thigh from the hips all the way down to below the knee. And again, I can kind of modulate how much pressure I'm putting on the IT band with that left leg. I can take the leg off completely if I want the maximum amount of pressure. But if you're just starting out with this and you haven't been doing a lot of the tissue work here, the preventive tissue work, your IT band might be a little bit tight, so you're definitely going to want to use that left leg to start off with. And that's all there is to it. Another area you can target with the foam roller is your calves. Simply roll up and down like this. And of course the final tool is the simple golf ball, and this works really well for the bottom of the feet. So the plantar fascia on the bottom of the feet, if you have suffered from plantar fasciitis or fasciosis in the past, we're trying to prevent that, as we all want to do. This is an excellent way to keep that connective tissue on the bottom of your feet, as well as the muscles on the bottom of your feet, nice and loose and supple. So just kind of take the golf ball and just roll out. You can put varying amounts of pressure on there. You can do this while you're sitting at your desk. Take off your shoes, get out the golf ball, and roll out your feet.